Right, everyone, welcome to the last word. Now, I know it's pre-season before things get carried to hand. It's about a 40-minute walk from the stadium back to my hotel, but I'm still raging. I thought, you know what? I'll get some food on the way home. I'll be alright. I'll calm down. I still feel the same. That was a shit show performance, and I am actually worried. It's probably going to get us into trouble. Probably not going to get invited to some of the events now for publicly speaking about it. But do you know what? I don't care. I don't care. First and foremost, I'm a fan. And I love the club. I love the men. I love the women. I love the under-21s. I love everything about Newcastle United, not just the men. That wasn't good enough. And it's a sign of things to come for me. And it's also been a sign of things that happened previously. The Celtic performance was an absolute diabolical. And you might look at it and think, do you know what? That was the first game back. You can go into that. Arsenal game, much better in the heat of Singapore. We only got screwed out of a penalty, a dodgy penalty, which wasn't a penalty, let's be honest. So really, that was a draw. Now for me, I've said this to my brother. I've said this to people who I know. Ben from War Flags, who's out here, who I'm quite pally with. For me, it's not about the results. It's about the performances, because naturally the performance will turn into results. But the needs. Against a side that's never played together, we looked an absolute shit show. And I know it's pre-season. And pre-season, you're meant to be positive because you're on these trips and all this stuff. And I fucking love being out here. I love being in Singapore. I love being adventuring. I've taken the videos with me. I've taken news with me to all the events and stuff that I'm up to. But that has brought me back down to earth, and it fucking really has. And I'm really, really annoyed. I can't lie to you. Just, I can see by the starting lineup, let's put it on screen for you. I can see what he's trying to do, because that side was going to play, we thought, up to an hour. But that was extended minus any injuries, right? And we'll have a massive injury concern already after this game in Joe Willock. Joe Willock looked absolutely in agony, and that was late on in the game. And that's a major, major concern with him, because it's not just the first time, it's not the second time, it's not the third time, numerous times. We've already sold Sean Longstaff. And if Willock is out for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, let's hope it's not too serious. Because if it's months, we are very, very much stretched. We're all banging on about we need a striker. And hey, we need a striker. But fuck me, if Willock gets injured, you've only got the three midfielders, and then it's a massive, massive drop down in the 21s, because there is nobody in that under 21s who is good enough to step up right now. People might say, well, Lewis Miley might be. Potentially, aye. But he had a shit show of a performance the neat. And it's not just him. Anthony Langa was absolutely woeful, pitiful. Loads of them that can go on the neat going forward. Asula was a ghost. There was nought happening for Newcastle going forward. And people might say, oh, it's the heat league, calm down and all this bollocks and what have you. And I get it, I get it. I get the heat is fucking strenuous. I walked 9 miles yesterday. I walked 5 miles in the daytime. Running that heat. Fuck me, I wouldn't want to do that. These are paid athletes. I'm not a fucking athlete. Fuck me. You seen the state of me? It's concerning the performances. I didn't care about the results. Honestly, I didn't. If we got beat off Celtic 4-0 and then we played our race, I'm okay. Because naturally, performances will turn in results later down the line. Arsenal was a much better performance in the heat. Arsenal have already played out their game before us against Milan with a 1-1-0. Up against a K-League, and people might say, and I'm trying to play devil's advocate, what people are going to counter against us, because that's what I try and do. So people might say, well, wait a minute, they're in a they're in a mid-season break. They're already miles ahead of us in terms of fitness. Granted, I get that. I agree with you 100%. But it's us who has the better quality. That start 11 and Pope, Lascelles, Tonali, Gordon, Kraft, Asula, Alanga, Livramento, Willock, even Alex Murphy and Lewis Miley. That 11 should be any All-Star 11 in the K-League. The K-League, that side, for me, not that I much know about it, if I had to pin a league, that would be the top of League One for me, or low-end Championship side. the performances it's concerning, and it has to stop. We've got Spurs on Sunday back up in Seoul. It's my last night in Suwon. I'll be moving back up to Seoul in the morning. The performances have got to get better. It's worrying. It's worrying. And I've said, and I did a live stream yesterday, and I was speaking to people back home in the UK, how it feels like. What is it like at the minute off the field? And it's an absolute fucking shit show. It really is an absolute fucking shit show. And it's been bubbling and fucking bubbling under my surface for a little bit. And I've just got to let it out. Because I've been all, hey, look at me, I'm on pre-season, it's fucking great, this fortress, it's great, this balloon, but underneath the fucking surface, it's an absolute fucking shit show. It really is. Things have to get better. And I'm not pointing the finger at Eddie Howe, because I'm not. I fucking love Eddie Howe for what he's done for her. And I was his biggest critic in early December. I love what he's done for her, but he needs back, man, off the pitch. He needs fucking signing squad depth. And now the starting 11 that played today won't be the starting 11 against Aston Villa, because you'll have other players that didn't play today. If I just look at the subs bench who didn't even feature, the likes of Trippier, great to see Lewis Hall back, by the way. Fabian Schär, Joe Linton, Harvey Barnes, Matt Targett, Jacob Murphy, Dan Burn, Bruno. They'll all play on Sunday against Spurs. No shadow of doubt about it. But what proved the need, and I know he's going to come on to Seung-soo Park, we'll come on to him in a minute, what proved tonight the depth in Newcastle United just isn't there. It just isn't. For us to compete in the Premier League, because realistically, right, for us, for the Premier League, for PSR reasons, we have to finish top 5 again and hope that clubs in Europe do well, blah, yada, yada, yada. Realistically, that should be, more often than not, top 5 will get you Champions League because of the coefficiency. So we have to finish. That's more important for the club than winning a trophy. Trophy for us fans means everything. That's the other way around. But for the club, getting money in the club, because we're all screwed over by the Premier League, the shit laws that came in since the takeover, that is priority for the club to get Champions League football every single season. But to compete in the Champions League, right, now you have 8 minimum games, and then you've got 38 Premier League games, and then you've got the League Cup, and then you've got the FA Cup. Realistically, how many can Newcastle compete in those 4 competitions? Because one has to give out of those 4. It has to. We've got a great record recently in the League Cup. FA Cup's humming on. Premier League, since Eddie Howe the last 3 seasons, we haven't finished out the top 7. Champions League, we've got 8 minimum games, and that could extend if we finish in the top 8 or the top 16. There's a guaranteed an extra 2 games if we've got the playoffs. Where's the squad depth? That's what I'm worried about. I might come back to this video in 2 weeks' time, in 3 weeks' time, and say to you, do you know what? Fuck all I worry about, like, because we've signed Vissa, we've signed Sesko, we've signed a centre midfielder, we've signed, I don't know, a right centre-back in Scalvini or Mark Gahey. But right this moment, right now, it's fucking concerning. And I'm getting so much negativity back home from WhatsApp, from Messenger, inboxes, Twitter, you name it. I'm like, fucking hell, I'm out here having a good time. But I've been sucked right down to fucking earth. And I've really, really enjoyed Singapore, and I've really, really enjoyed South Korea. You've seen the videos. I've been gallivanting all over the place. But I've just been brought back down to earth. Because the squad depth is really concerning. Our starting 11, probably the first 3 subs. Our first 14 players are fine. But we know suspensions. We know injuries. We know lack of form is going to hit. We've got one player who doesn't want to be fucking involved with us at the moment. And yes, we haven't heard from him, so maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. But the quicker we can get Alexander Isak out of this club, the better for me now. I've had it. We need the money in. We need all of it in. We need 150 million and go and spend it elsewhere. Can his head be turned? Do you know what? I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of talking about Alexander Isak. I'm sick of people asking me on the street about Isak. Do you know anything? No, I know as much as you. I'm not in the know. I didn't claim to be in the know. There's only 3 journalists that I trust, which is Keith Downey, David Ornstein, and Craig Hope. The rest of them are fuck all. Let's be honest. They're not in the know. And a nice pre-season, and I'm probably getting carried away, but just it's heart on my sleeve. And the one thing that we've always done, in the 10 years that we've done this, is we'll tell it like it is, whether it's positive, it's neutral, or negative. Tonight I'm feeling fucking really, really negged out by the performances, because it's simply not good enough. It's concerning, and that's pre-season, but I'd rather get it off my chest now. When it comes to first game of the season against Aston Villa, I told you so. And now pre-season isn't the ends, B's and ends and all. It's not. We could play shit for 6 games and bang, we're into form. But the performances are worrying. They really are. We played against a side that never played together. It has to be better against Spurs. And I know all those players I've just mentioned will come back in. And I know the heat's a problem. And I know it's all going to be the Sun affair and all this, because all the South Koreans will wear the Spurs top. As soon as he moves from that club, they'll wear that shirt club. They don't support Spurs, they support the player. That's factual. Spurs fans won't let me say that, but that's factual. Right? So we know we're up against it, but put a performance in. I don't care if we get beat on Sunday, right? I really didn't. But play for the fucking badge. Play for the badge. And I know I'm going to jump on one here, and I know somebody's, well, your decision to get out there. Right? I know that's going to come in the comment, right? But that ticket alone, the need, cost me, and it cost the lad that were next to us as well, and lasses, £116, British pounds by the way, to go on the way in to watch that the need. And do you know what it is? That's just a small concern. That's just not. I expect a performance on Sunday, because I'm simply not happy with that. I'm not happy with off the field. It's an absolute fucking shit show. We haven't got a sporting director. We're changing CEOs. There's no communication. The women are just getting moved fucking stadium without acknowledgement. It's just a fucking shit show all round. It's crap. And we thought, the PAF would come in and save us. And the PAF are coming in to save the Alexander Isak deal and what have you. Where's the training ground? Where's the sponsors? Where's the extension to the stadium? Where's the brand new stadium? And I'm going to get a lot of fucking shit from the club from this as well. But I'm a fucking fan. I've got every fucking right to voice my opinion, how I feel as a fan about my club that I've supported since being a kid. And yous as well. Every single one of yous. Whether you're next door to us or you're fucking 5,000 miles away, every single one of us has a right and an opinion, and this is my opinion that I'm bringing to you. And I'm sorry this is not a normal last word, because it's not. It's just off the cut. But sometimes it has to be fucking said. I'm going to love yous and leave yous from here. And I'm sorry there's a lot of F-bombs, but that's just me being natural to yous. Drop us a like, please do. I'll see you very soon.